So let's talk about some basics of due diligence when you are targeting your team and building your team and what you should look for. These are really broad. A lot more can be done depending on the exact niche that you're going after. You may want to do more or less work. Well, I wouldn't really say less work than this. If you're looking at anybody who is licensed, agent, lender, contractors, inspectors, you probably want to check on their license status. You can usually do that on the state websites. You can go find, is their license active? What's the status? You'll be surprised. You may be surprised. There are a lot of contractors and different people who like had a license, but it's no longer active for any number of reasons. Some can be valid. They just forgot about the renewal. But you want to understand that. And even if they forgot about the renewal, that says something about their organization, systems, and processes. So are they currently licensed? You want to check their insurance and bond. Just because a contractor got licensed, and this is typical with contractors, especially, the insurance and bond is an important thing to dig into a little bit further. Is it still valid? Is it still in effect? If they're just doing little handyman stuff, may not be a big deal. You may not even care if they're licensed for just little tiny things, adjust this faucet or whatever. But if you're looking at a larger job, check to see if the insurance and bond are still in effect, live, and active. Some guys have been known to get their insurance and make the first payment so they get the certificate and then not make any more payments. And they show everybody that certificate for a year, but they're not actually insured. They're not actually bonded as they're doing the work. And if you run into a problem, you don't have any recourse in that situation. You want to look at both positive and negative reviews. This one I think is actually really important. And why I said you want to have somebody that's good and not necessarily great. It is hard to make everybody 100% happy 100% of the time. And in the today's day and age with all the Yelp reviews and Google reviews, people will hire bots or bot companies to go and do a bunch of just positive reviews to make them look really good and climb up in the ranking. That is something that's always something I pay attention to. Like, wait a minute, nobody's ever been frustrated with you. Have you even done any business if nobody's ever been frustrated with you? We work really hard to have great reviews. We go after our clients to give us great reviews, but we want honest reviews as well. We know sometimes things come up, sometimes things happen. So I don't give negative reviews just an automatic no. I actually learned a trick about restaurants from a guy I was doing some coaching with, and I found it quite helpful. He looks into the reviews to see why, and he likes restaurants that have a fair amount of bad reviews. If the reviews are about the price, if the reviews are not about the quality of food, but about the price, then he knows the food is probably good and the people were just cheap that were leaving the review. So I like to read the negative reviews and see what it is. A lot of people will complain about things that don't matter to me. And I like to see how the companies handle the reviews and the feedback on them, because I think I can learn a lot about them from that. So I suggest reading both positive and negative reviews and then making your own decisions. You can also ask them for references, past clients that you can go talk to and see how satisfied were they, would they recommend them again? And you can often look for contractors. You can see if you want to get really crazy or you're doing a really big job. This is something that I rarely even talk about investors about. But here's another thing that you can do if you want to go super next level on contractors is go try to find out where they pulled permits, get the addresses of those properties, and then try to find the owners of those properties and call them. So you're getting like not their cherry picked guys, but other people that you can talk to. I wouldn't do that unless you were looking at a really big project, new construction, $150,000, $200,000 plus remodel for a general. Then I might get into that, but I wouldn't really do that. The last thing that you can do, especially with contractors, and you is check current projects. Ask them, hey, can I swing by? What kind of jobs are you doing right now? Where are they? Can I go by and take a look and see what's going on? And I'm not going to dig into all the different things to look for, but just go check it out. See what you think. How does it look? How does it feel? And if you want more on that, you can ask at the end, and we can dig into it during the Q&A segment.